Hey guys, and welcome back to my F1 2010 career mode. We've had two back-to-back race victories in the past two races, Valencia and my home Grand Prix at Silverstone, and now we only sit a couple of points off the top of the table, Mark Webber. We're into the second half of the season now. I think there's 8 rounds to go, including this one today, the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimring. Let's see how we get on. Just before we get into this, like the vid, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Heading into the German Grand Prix. At the conclusion of the British Grand Prix, it's Mark Webber, who scored a 6th place finish in the end. I think he overtook 7th place or 6th place in the final few laps of the race. So he's still in the championship lead. Vettel did not score any points, which means James Early is now up to 2nd place. 5 drivers at the 100-point stage or greater. The Constructors' Championship looks like this. It's McLaren leading Ferrari, leading Red Bull, Renault, Mercedes, Force India in that order. Then there's a massive gap back to 7th place Toro Rosso, Williams, Lotus, HRT Virgin and BMW Sauber. Let's jump into qualifying. It's nice and sunny here in Germany. It represents my feelings and thoughts towards the championship now. And no rain here, prime tyres on the car as always is the case in the first session. Let's get out on track. And that's the first lap on the board. Down across the line is really slow. Oh boy, okay. We've gone for a second lap, just for security's sake. And it's better. It is a better lap. We're up to 14th. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. And we've done a third lap, because I still don't feel safe. And once again, we are going quicker. 13th place. I think that'll be enough. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. We need to go out again. We've had to go for a set of the option tyres to make sure I can actually get through this session. Across the line we go. It's first. It's first, yeah. That's good. Good enough. I had to use an extra set of tyres, so it doesn't feel too great. But we are through. Let's see who's knocked out. Buemi, Trulli, Barrichello, Hulkenberg, Petrov, Degrassi, and Chandok's last. Oh dear. Let's go on to the next session. It's Q2. It's sunny again. I think we might struggle to get through. I know we were fastest in the first session, but I cut down on the fuel load. That's why. So I don't know what this is going to be like. Well, it felt like a good lap. Let's see what the timing table thinks about it. Down towards the line we go. And across the line, it's 11th. It's not fast enough. And through the final corner, is this enough to lift me into the top 10? It's great. 5th place. I'll take that. We're through to the final session. We will have to use a used set of tyres, though, which isn't great. But Webber through as the fastest driver. Hamilton and Alguersuari sit in the same time. I'm 5th ahead of my teammate Alonso. Vettel, Glock, Button, Kobayashi, Schumacher, Senna and Della Rosa all knocked out in the second part of qualifying. Q3 is starting. 87% chance of rain. We might need to get out there now and get a lap on the board. Yeah, okay, right. We're starting in 10th place. Slightly rough crash there. Oh, I absolutely hate how you can't go any further back than that. What if I wanted to see it? What if I wanted to see the crash? I can't. All I can see is the aftermath. That was great then. James Early starting in 10th place. And Mark Webber on pole with his teammate, the Red Bull of Alguersuari in 2nd. Suttle up in 3rd, ahead of my teammate Alonso. The two McLarens 5th and 6th. Then it's Rosberg, Massa, Kovalainen. And sadly, James Early 10th place. The team have me starting on the prime tyres for a change. 67 laps of the Hockenheimring. No risk of rain, although it does look very overcast outside the garage. Starting on those primes, we'll be going to lap 47 for the options. Let's get it. There we go then. Webber and Alguersuari, the two Red Bulls at the front of the grid. Webber still the championship leader, even though he's been lapped by me in the past 2 races. I'm starting there down in 10th place. What can we achieve today starting on the harder compounded tyres as we await the lights? And there they are in the distance. 3, 4 and 5. The German Grand Prix is underway. And Massa, for some reason, going defensive or trying to overtake Kubica, who knows. And once again, I get a poor start, even though I'm going pedal to the metal. Massa pin to the inside. I'll swoop around the outside and take that position. So the Force India driver losing out big time. And I've lost out to Sebastian Vettel, who I've overtaken in the championship as recently as the previous race. And I'll go back up the inside. 9th place, so we've gained a position as Kovalainen and his teammate Rosberg do battle. The two Braun Mercedes. Kovalainen scoring, I think it was his first podium last time out. As oh, hello, there's Vettel slipstreaming me and taking the position as we brake heavy for the hairpin. Vettel throwing it around the outside of Rosberg. That would be a hell of a move if he can do that. He's not been able to pull it off, and I've got the better exit. And I'm going to retake that 9th place yet again. Can I somehow find my way past Rosberg at his home Grand Prix? Got to be careful with that curb. That's where we crashed in qualifying. It's up the inside we go. Up the inside of almost both Braun Mercedes. Kovalainen almost losing it on the exit of the corner. On the outside curb. We're up to 8th place. Was it last year or the first season? I think it was last year, wasn't it? The second season. Where I spun at this corner on like the second lap. And for the remainder of the race, it was just pain and agony. Oh, slightly wide. Rosberg. No way he's going to try it around the outside there. He loves them so much. I've got to be so careful, man. Rosberg once again trying it into the stadium section. And once again, I've held onto the position. Completely lost the back of Kovalainen, but the curbs at this track, my gosh, they're deadly. We're on lap 7. I'm still in 8th place. Webber is almost a whole pit stop ahead. And I have a train of cars that I'm pretty sure leads down to last place. It's been a while since we've been in a situation like this, and it does not feel good. I got to remember, I am on the primes. Have we gone wide? No! Rosberg's through this time. I can't fight him back there, can I? He's just going to pull away. Yeah, Rosberg's just set the fastest lap of the race. Thank you to the AI rubber banding for this great experience. It's one of those tracks you really need to attack the curbs to go fast, but you can't because, you know, auto spin. So here we are on lap 10. It's not going great because we are a whole pit stop behind the leader Webber. I feel like it's just going to get worse and worse as the race goes on. Right, okay. Somehow I'm still in the race. I've lost a position. I've lost 2 positions. And we're out of the points. I've been hit. I've been hit by Vettel. Oh dear, he's rolled. He's rolled his car. Sebastian Vettel, he's out the race. I've not seen a car roll on this game before. I have an unreal gap back to the car behind me now, who is Jarno Trulli. How many drivers retired from that crash? The Pope has drug mules. We could be multiple laps down by the end of this because Mark Webber's already 40 plus seconds ahead. It's lap 14. Massa's in the pits, so we're up into the points again, 10th place. I wonder if this race will actually come back to me at one point. Felipe Massa after his pit stop's right behind me. I think Rosberg's been into the pits because Glock's overtaken him. There's a yellow. I think Massa's just lost it behind me. There's Glock rejoining the circuit after his pit stop. We've almost got ahead of him, not quite. Maybe though. We'll have a run down this back straight if we can get the run. Let's see. Put it into rich mix for this. Oh, Glock is all over the place. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Renault is struggling on the brand new tyres. Need to get them up to temperature. And here comes the Ferrari. Here comes James Early side by side. And under braking for the hairpin. We got that move done. Well, good news is Webber's been into the pits. So I'm only 41 seconds off the lead. Bad news. Everything else, essentially. We still need to pit. We did not lose any time to Webber on that lap. There's a wheel at the hairpin. And we're up to 8th place. I've gained another place. I think somebody's out the race. Okay, Webber's not pulling away too quickly anymore. Look at the grass. The gap is coming down. It's under 40 seconds to the race leader, Mark Webber, as we're approaching half race distance. Oh my gosh, guys. Come on. Sort yourselves out. Right, we get past both of them here. Good. Of course, I got mixed up. I was thinking that... Bloody hell, Vettel. What are you doing? We're past half race distance now. And the gap to Webber is sort of stagnated at 40 or 39 seconds. We still need to pit for the option tyres. But maybe towards the end of this race, we'll be really quick. We're catching Sutter by around a second a lap. So these tyres, even though they're towards the end of their life, still got some good pace in them. The stands aren't even full. How many German drivers do we have on the grid and they can't sell out the German Grand Prix? It's lap 44. And I've decided it's time to box. We're going to put on the option tyres. We'll stay on the lead lap. And let's see what pace we can unleash. Bringing it into the pits for our one and only stop. Let's make sure we've got the option tyre selected. And the Ferrari pit crew will be ready to service my car. I think we'll rejoin maybe in 10th place. Maybe 9th place, actually. Glock's miles behind. We really pulled away. Such a slow stop, though. 6.6 seconds. But the option tyres have gone onto the car. We will rejoin in 9th place as Glock goes through. Still in the points, though. We can go in rich mix for this stint. After the pit stop, we are 54 seconds behind race leader Mark Webber. We've got over 20 laps left. I'm expecting to set fastest lap after fastest lap. A 1:18.2. Yeah, we got the fastest lap. I caught Webber by 6 seconds on the previous lap. I moved to the left for this overtake on Glock, sorry. He's trying to get past Petrov. That's one move. Kubica is 21 seconds up the road. Okay, Kubica's only 7 seconds up the road now. I've gained 14 seconds in the first 2 sectors. Don't want to speak too soon because I'll most likely make a mistake at some point. But the win's not out of the question. We've already closed 16 seconds to the race leader since the pit stop. And there's still 18 laps to go. Massive train up ahead, including Robert Kubica. Right, let's work our way through this up the inside of Kubica. Thank you very much. He's fighting back. He is fighting back. We had a great battle with him the opening lap in the past 2 rounds of the championship. And now we're battling him again. I'll go to the outside this time as we head into the stadium section. Degrassi is the driver getting in the way of all this. Still looking for a way through, but I'm getting impeded. Left, right and centre by Kubica, Suttle and Degrassi as we go around Kubica. That's a good move. Can we somehow find my way through on my ex-teammate as well? Lucas Degrassi getting very close to the Force India of Suttle as we move past the start of lap 52. Suttle going defensive for the first corner. We'll get that switch back. Oh! There's contact! There is contact. For some reason he was trying to cut me off on the inside. I thought that was race ending. I actually thought that was race ending. I screamed. But we're through. 6th place. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to scream. I try not to, but it just happened. And Rosberg into the pits, which means we're up to the top 5. Less than 30 seconds to the race leader. There's so many Germans. They're everywhere. And we've got a run on Heikki Kovalainen, the driver who would have potentially won at Silverstone. Still got a podium, and now he's under pressure. This is the battle for 4th place. Oh, he's all over the place. Where's he going? That's an easy move. Up to 4th. Next up is 3rd place, whoever that is. I know my teammate Alonso's in 2nd. Alonso's got past Button, and now Button holding up his ex-teammate Lewis Hamilton, which might give me an easy move into the top 3. It's a podium place now. 11 laps to go. The gap to Webber is under 20 seconds. And for the gap to 2nd place, Alonso, well, it's nothing. He's right in front of me. There we go. Here's the run on Alonso that we've been looking for. And through we go. No team orders at Ferrari. It's just the sheer might and power and pace that I possess. Lap 60 out of 67. 10 seconds is the gap to race leader Mark Webber. 5 seconds to the race leader. I see traffic on the mini-map for the race leader. 3 laps to go to decide the winner of this race. There he is. There's Mark Webber. Oh. 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 It's the curb. I blame the curb. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. It was the car. The pressure's changed in the tyres. 1 lap to go. Come on. The gap's 3 seconds. There's no more traffic. We're going to round the final corner for the final time. And it's not going to be enough. That one mistake cost me the chance at 3 back-to-back victories. And Mark Webber is going to extend his championship lead. 2 Ferraris on the podium, though. Both McLaren's just missing out 4th and 5th. Then it's the 2 Braun Mercedes of Kovalainen and Rosberg. Another German of Suttle in the points in 8th place. Glock, another German, 9th place. In 10th place, Felipe Massa's Force India. The top 10 finished on the lead lap. And there were 2 retirements, Alguersuari and De La Rosa. Surprisingly, Sebastian Vettel, even though he was upside down at one point, still finished the race. It was an unfortunate end to a really, really fun race, but Mark Webber extends his championship lead to 9 points ahead of James Early. Robert Kubica there in 3rd place, Sebastian Vettel. He's in such bad form at the moment, and he's slipped down to 4th place in the championship. Lewis Hamilton there in 5th place. And Fernando Alonso scoring some more points today, I believe he did. Yes, he did. McLaren lead the way by 18 points ahead of Ferrari, who are actually closing in. That's the end of this episode. Unfortunately, we could not make it 3 back-to-back race victories, but it is another podium place. And we are only, I believe, 9 points behind Mark Webber, so it's still all to play for. Still plenty of races to make that gap back up and take the lead in the championship and hopefully win the championship to sign off F1 2010 with a bang. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.